All right, so here I have my image. It's a 4x6, but I'm not doing all that 4x6. All I want to do right now is I want to concentrate on a 2x2, like Shaker says, right? So I look around. I say, okay, what do I want to capture? I really love these eyes. So I would like, if I can, get those eyes. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to do this. I'm going to section off real quick my 2 area. But in order to make a straight line, okay, I'm going to have to go from this edge to here, and I have to measure. All right, so it comes out to be, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7, I believe 8s is what it's called. Give me a, yeah, it's 8s. Okay, 7 8s. Give me a second. DeLeon just came in. Guys, when you guys do this to me, it drives me crazy. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 8. So I come down this way too, because I need to make a straight line, and I put the same 7 8s mark. So I got 2 marks of 7 8s. So that way I'm able to get that straight line, okay? So that way my image doesn't come out all crooked. All right, so right there, that's that margin thing I was talking about, to try to make sure you get a margin going. Now, I'm going to take it all the way up to the top. I love that top, okay? That is adorable. But let's say I wanted less. I would then, you know, go ahead and I'd mark it where I kind of want it to stop, so to speak. And then I would, you know, measure just like I did this, and then I do the other mark and then do the line. Now, because I want to take it up to the edge, I'm fine. So I'm just going to go, I'm going to use that edge as my border. Okay, I'm happy with that edge being my border. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead from this point to 2 inch, okay? And then from this point again, 2 inch. And now I went ahead and I sectioned off my 2x2. Okay, I'm getting closer to my 2x2 now. Okay, now I just need one more line, just like this, in order to go ahead and freely go ahead and draw that 2x2. Now, another thing too, some kids ask me, do I have to do strictly a 2x2? No. You could do a 4x6. You could, because 4x6 is an 12x18. You decide how much you want to work. Okay, I'm not going to decide that for you. Okay, now it's one project, and it's just to make sure that my kids have got a handle on the grid. Now, from this point to this point, okay, now I've sectioned off my 2x2 now. I already told you guys I'm a little bit of one of these people that love to zoom in and focus, and for some reason everything else around it drives me crazy. So I'll sit there with my tape and I'll section it off. Now, let's say it's a photo. If you don't want to damage the photo, so to speak, you could go ahead and put it in a sandwich bag and do the same darn thing that I just did, but yet with on top of the sandwich bag. Pen will work perfectly on the sandwich bag. Okay, sandwich bags are clear, and you could be able to protect the photo. So what I'm doing is this is just something to help me focus, okay? That's what I'm doing, just to help me focus, all right? Now, so now I zoomed in that 2x2 area, okay? So now I know for sure that 2x2 area, okay, will help me for my project, okay? Now, that's gonna be the area that I focus in on. Now, the next step after that, like we talked about, is that you find the half, half, and half, okay? So, you do half, and you don't do it one time, you do it 2 times, okay? That's the halfway point of 2, half again, and then half again. That way you don't have to do it so many times. So I'm gonna come back up here, do the same thing. That's the half, I already have the half for that, and then half again, okay? Try to do it dark so you could see it too, because it gets confusing otherwise. And again, why are we doing this? What is the whole purpose of it? The purpose is so you know how to do this. If you're commissioned to do something for somebody, you're going to be able to take that image and do it exactly pretty much like it is. Now, I work with the grid. I basically set my stage that way, so to speak. I use it to help me get larger. And then from there, you know, I'll draw in all the other parts. I showed you on that picture that I did recently. I did the background, that was all in grid. But then the child alone, I just drew her in, okay? So you don't necessarily have to use the grid for everything. Grid is just there to help you get maybe picky detail, if you need to, picky positions, things that you desperately need right, okay? So now I did my divisions, okay? Haley, you see what I did there? Haley? Haley?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna post this video? Cause
yeah, I probably will. Now, do you want me to go through the grid of it? Because I think I did enough of that part.
Yeah. I saw the video.
Okay. All right. So it was just this you're having trouble with, right? This part?
Yeah,
okay.
just the image.
All right, that's fine. All right, so I that's pretty complete. So now you're gonna have that now in your relation, of course, to the 8x8, you know, and you go square at a time. Now, another crazy thing, I don't know, maybe you wanna do this, I don't know. I make up I take little tiny papers and I just use the straight edge of like a copy paper and I make these little boxes so I can focus, okay? It just helps me get larger and it helps me focus in on that one area. Like for instance, when I was working on this, I was using this to help me to focus in on the area, okay? And the picture that I was using, yeah, this one here, I was going little at a time doing the grid, okay? And I moved it. I know Paulina I talked to about this last year because she had focus issues. I have focus issues. I don't know. For me, it's easy to do it that way. And Amani too. I don't know if Amani's still in here or not, but this would be a very good way to help you focus. I have focus issues. And all of a sudden, when I see something, it's like all over the place, and I think about everything at one time sometimes. So I hate to do that. So this helps me focus in on that one area. I block out what's around it, okay, so to speak. Now, did that make sense? Hello, everybody with me? Okay. Are there any other questions at all? Questions?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I just needed help with the engine.
All right, good. All right, so I hope that helped, okay? And like I said, with the division of, this video is strictly for, let's say, the division of your image and how to divide your image properly, okay? So that's what the sake of this video is for. All right, thank you guys. All right, if you need me, I'm here.